what's up everybody? Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another video, guys. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different here. We're going to be taking a trip down to the older side of YouTube. And by the older side of YouTube, I mean only just a couple of years ago, probably about just a little bit under a decade, about 7. And the reason why we're doing this here today is because the channel that we're checking out is someone you may or may not recognize. In fact, this person that you may see in the thumbnail over here on the lower left might be someone that might look a little bit familiar, and that's because that little weirdo is actually me. So, this is my old YouTube channel, or in this case, my second YouTube channel. Back in the day, I had a second channel for gaming, and I don't upload on this anymore, obviously, because my last video was 6 years ago, but it's just crazy to think how that was me just 6 years ago. Like, that's just weird. Yeah, so this is my old YouTube channel. I want to pop in here for the first time in probably about 6 years and just take a look back at my old videos, just because my channel has improved for so many different aspects over the last several months, and I just really want to take a look at my old YouTube channel to really just get this kind of like sense of nostalgia and really come to appreciate not only what I have, and then some. Like, because like if I take a look at this, I'm gonna be like, wow, like how did I go from any of these videos that you're going to see here today to where I am now? It's just gonna be something just being a really grateful thing here that we can end up doing here today. So if you guys end up enjoying today's video, please end up dropping a like. I would definitely very appreciate it. But yeah, guys, let's just take a moment to, like, pop in here. So there's only so many videos on this channel. There only was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There was 13 videos over the span of 2 years. This was a gaming channel, like I said, because originally, when I made gaming videos for the first time, I wanted them on a second channel because that was the popular thing to do back in the day. It wasn't really, like, common for a lot of people to have their channels be kind of, like, just whatever they wanted or be adaptable. So you had to make a second channel, usually, for it. And I only ended up making so many videos on here, which is ironic because I wanted this channel so bad back in the day. But it shows you some of my old-ass videos. Like, this was during the prime of, like, Black Ops 2, or just the Xbox 360 in general. Even Left 4 Dead was only like 3 or 4 years old at that point. It was really crazy. And it's funny, a majority of these videos are so old that this was back when I stuck my camcorder in front of my television to record because I didn't have an Elgato at the time. It was so crazy. So I just want to take a look right here at some of these old videos just for you guys for today's video and just see how things have changed. Now, unfortunately, a lot of these are going to have, like, copyright audio in them, because back then it really wasn't, a thing you had to worry about on YouTube. So I'm going to see if I can try to find something, ideally, if it doesn't have copyright audio. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at one of our very first videos, which was Left 4 Dead Unpatched Shortcuts, which is cool, because then we get to see an old Left 4 Dead video, back when I not only played on the 360, but basically, like, when I first had the game. So let's take a look at this. It was from May 19th, 2013. I would have been 13 years old at the time.
Hey guys, it is John here with a very special, really cool video. It's, Left 4 Dead, like, kind of like a cheat. Like, I've seen this happen before on some YouTube videos by, like, Cricken and stuff like.
Keep in mind is that, like, back when I made YouTube videos, this was mostly just for fun. And even though I was noticeably stuttering and almost kind of nervous sounding, this was something I wanted to do. Even way back then, I knew that I wanted this to be my dream job. But you can definitely see that I wasn't quite used to this at the time. Because back in the day, when I first started doing my YouTube channel, even, like, the first couple of years of doing my YouTube channel, I was still really having a hard time at just doing certain things, such as just basic speech. Like, I mean, I keep in mind that, like, I mean, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh on myself here, but I didn't have things, like editing softwares that could allow me to be able to make cuts, so I had to do these in one take, usually. And so if I stuttered or said a lot, I would have to just redo the video, usually. And that's a lot of pressure, so it doesn't surprise me that that was the case.
that. And it was patched, and it's for some reason been unpatched. Like, there was a glitch in some of the levels where you could skip certain parts by going to certain areas, and like in No Mercy, everyone that did this in like 2009 stuff, back when the game was kind of like brand new, and like, well, actually it was really new. So what most people did was they would go up here and they would try to land on those vents over there where I'm shooting at and stuff like that. They would always land down there.
Hey, guys, you need to, you need to land on that thing. It's called an
But, back in 2011, they patched it so you couldn't do that anymore. And, well, apparently, you can do it now.
But you go down to 41 HP. Yeah, you can take a shortcut, but you'll lose 10 times more health than you would if you just went through the basic single pathway that's already meant for the game. I was just trying to be cheeky, but it was funny, though, how that, like, back in the day, I thought that was, like, the coolest thing, being like, you can jump somewhere you're not supposed to. You'll almost lose your HP and, like, you'll basically kill yourself, but, like, it's totally worth it. I just found it kind of funny how I did that. This was very early on in my YouTube career. Like, keep in mind, guys, that even though I did still make my Black Ninja account at the time, and I still had 2 YouTube channels, this was only 3 years in, mostly like 2 years, because I made my YouTube channel in October of 2010, so it was like the end of it, and it's really just got started like in these first couple of years, regardless of which channel it was on. So there was a lot of things, like such as stuttering, nervousness, rambling. Well, I do my fair share of rambling now, but I cut it down to a bare minimum, okay? And also just the quality, man. I mean, like I said, back then, I just stuck a camera in front of my TV, and that was it. And I still wanted to make gaming videos, so that I made it work. I mean, I originally did Nerf gun videos. I even did gaming videos before Strange TV. And then I did Strange TV for a little bit, which was skits, and I went back to gaming then. That's kind of like what's been my thing ever since. But, dude, it's just crazy how this is just changed. I mean, look, this is so old back in the day that this is back when my gamer tag used to be FestiveAsh65862. If you guys have been around since this era, you would have remembered this gamer tag. I'm curious if any of you guys have been around since then. Like, if you guys wondered, like, where that Festive Ash name comes from, it's from my old Xbox gamer tag back on the 360. This was my old default Xbox gamer tag back in the day, and I never changed it up until, like, the Xbox One, or, like, the very end of the 360, I think. There was just no reason for me to change it at the time. I thought it was actually kind of a cool name that they gave me. I liked it a lot. And I even referenced this a lot, so this is for the old OGs, if you remember Festive Ash. But, I mean, dude, just the sound of my voice is different. Like, I thought that back in the day that going through puberty would not, like, be, like, such a big deal. But now, like, looking back at it from, like, about a decade ago, hell, not even a decade ago. This was 2013. This has only been 7 years. There's already a substantial difference. But you'll even notice the one difference from 2013 to, like, 2014, because I think the last video I made was for like 2014, and even the difference from this to that is still pretty huge. You really underestimate the difference in puberty. So yeah, that was basically like just kind of like a cheap tutorial that I did back in the day. But now let's look on to something else. This is probably, I think this is the most popular video on the channel, second most. This one's another Left 4 Dead video. It's called Funny Left 4 Dead 2 Glitch Possessed Zoe. And I remember this video, so let's take a look at it. So basically, for the backstory behind this, because there is no commentary, this was when I was playing Versus back on the Xbox 360, and for some reason, Zoe's model just bugged the hell out, and she just was levitating and was, like, not shooting. And I just found this to be, like, the funniest thing ever, so I decided to record it, and funnily enough, it got a lot of views at the time for me. I mean, 266, still pretty good now, but back then, like, that was humongous for me. That's like getting like 2,000 views now. And it's funny because I think there's this one comment by this guy named Joseph that says, what the hell? And I was like, yeah, he agrees with me. And then, yeah, you can see the hunters going through Zoe's legs. And, like, she's not, like, you know, pinned to the ground. It was a really bizarre bug. And it's funny, this never happened again. Ever. It was just some weird thing, and I don't even think it was hacks or whatever. It was just something really bizarre with her model. Very T-pose-esque. But I think it was kind of funny. And then this one's a favorite of mine. I'm gonna have to mute the audio because I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted, but this was my first ever montage, if you will, where I ended up recording tank mode. This was a lot of fun because I remember playing this game mode so much back in the day. I loved tank mode. Tank mode in Left 4 Dead is one of the funnest modes you can play. Just the idea of having 4 tanks chase after you is like the most invigorating thing ever. It's just like you get the adrenaline pumping. This was like an adrenaline rush for me just having this happen. Alright, so here we go. I did have to mute the audio, by the way. It definitely does have copyright music. But I will just give some commentary over it. I mean, literally, basically, all this is just short little highlights from when I was playing tank mode. As the survivor, of course. But yeah, basically what I would do is I would just put my camera... I think what I did is I got like a book, or I think I used like a small box, and I just angled it right at the TV, so that way you can be able to see it. Now, keep in mind that when I had my setup, I just played in my living room a lot of the time, so regardless of whether or not that I had a good capture card or just a means to record, it really wasn't the best setup. I mean, now I'm in my bedroom, I have my own room, and I kind of like make this like my bedroom gaming office combo, and it works out a lot better compared to my living room, because back in the day, man, I used to record in my living room, and it would be the most frustrating thing ever, because, you know, what happens, the way that my house is laid out is that the living room is completely open to our kitchen, and also the front door, so if anybody wants to, like, get food or like, do anything, like, with the kitchen, you can hear the cabinets opening and closing, you can hear dishes clanking, and my mom would always be infamous for doing chores whenever I was recording, and, like, would open up a cabinet or bash the dishes in the dishwasher, and it would be in the middle of my recording where I can't edit, mind you, and it would just be annoying as hell, because I could make, like, a 10-minute video, and right at the end, she would make, like, this distinct noise that would just be it would just basically ruin the video. Not to crap on my mom, I'm just being a lot harsher looking back on it, but I am just glad that I really just don't have to deal with that anymore. It's just so nice to be able to record in here, and even when the dogs bark or something, I can at least edit it out, so. But that's the only Left 4 Dead videos that I got on here. But you can see they're old as hell. Let's go as far back as Black Ops 2. Let's look at Black Ops 2 funny moments. I had 3 of these, but I changed 3 to 2 and just privated the 3rd one. But let's look up Black Ops 2. This was July 7th, 2013. Back when Black Ops 2 was in its prime, baby. It's so cool because, like, I've shown you guys me, like, reacting to old videos before, but, now you get to see them in their actual original state, like where they're not privated or the unfinished edited version. Like, this is just public on YouTube, and you can look this up, and it's just right there. Yo, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Festive Ash. Wouldn't that be kind of funny if I just said subscribe to Festive Ash? I wonder if it just goes up from 9 subscribers. Just like, I come back on a couple years later, I'm like, oh hey, that one video actually did really well for me. Yo, shout out to you if you subscribe to this deadass channel. Alright, but let's take a look at Black Ops 2, back in the heyday. Back when everyone played Search and Destroy. Yeah, and I had to record my audio through my speakers rather than wearing a headset. I got a wall bang and thought it was like the funniest thing ever. I'm using Betty's and shock charges. And then I knifed this guy to like mess around with him. And I think there's copyright music, so I am going to skip it. And then what the hell did I do here? Oh, it was my bouncing Betty got him. And then I think literally right around this time, this was when Vanoss uploaded his Lion King video, funny moments with the BO4, where they hold the C4. I don't know if you guys remember that, but back in the day, Vanoss, when he uploaded BO2, especially before he privated a lot of them, because for some reason he privated a lot of his Black Ops 2 videos. One of the things that he did do, and it probably was because of copyright, because he did use a lot of things like such as the Lion King theme. But back then, he would like hold a C4 with his buddies, and it would look like you're doing the Simba thing, and they would play the Lion King music, and they would just poke fun of it. In fact, I think this one kid did it, and I just happened to be lucky and recorded it, so I just tried to pull like a mini Vanoss there and just copy it. So to avoid getting copyrighted by Disney, I'm also just going to skip it, unfortunately, but you can see kind of what he's doing here. And he did that a couple of times. It was just so fun, man, though, back in the day. I miss Black Ops 2 so much. I really, honestly do. It's still, to this day, my favorite video game of all time. Several games have gotten close, and I probably hold it for the sake of nostalgia. In fact, I think I know I do hold it for the sake of nostalgia, but no game back in the day ever lived up to the way that the initial first year of Black Ops 2 did. Black Ops 2 was what got me into online gaming. I mean, sure, technically my first online game was Modern Warfare 2 when I got the Xbox 360. But Black Ops 2, especially the peak of it, back when it was in the prime of its day, it was such a good Call of Duty and just a good video game in general. I will forever miss the original year that Black Ops 2 came out. It's so good to watch these. Let's watch the second funny moments, technically the third. Oh, this was back when I did ninja diffuses. Yeah, this guy was doing a ninja diffuse. And it was funny, back in the day, this was like the best thing you could do, was just ninja diffuse on people. Like, this was the hot shit. And he didn't even notice. And this was modern Call of Duty, that guy would have immediately turned around, 360 no-scoped me, and talked shit about my mother. This was actually really funny. I got this guy talking about Rainbow Dash and My Little Pony in game chat. I don't even know if you can hear him, but he's narrating a book, basically. See, this was back when people just talked in game chat just because they could. The funny part is when people would just also get cut off from deaths. And then there's this kid singing. See, of every single thing when it comes to these old videos, everyone can do these reactions and everyone can end up, like, feeling nostalgic. But the one thing that I will never, ever, ever understand is where people, like, go after these. Like, I really want to know, like, these random strangers that we meet online, not necessarily the ones that become, like, our lifelong friends. I mean, Destiny might make it where, like, a stranger you might know, like, later on might become a friend. But, like, I feel like that a lot of people really, kind of, like, don't necessarily come to appreciate strangers just for funny things like this. I mean, like, who's to say that, I think his name is, like, the Fantastic Mod. I wonder what the Fantastic Mod, this kid singing in a random YouTube video by me from back in 2013. I really want to know what he's doing now, because that's the thing that kind of, like, I feel like gets neglected by a lot of videos. I kind of like the idea of, like, the Where Are They Now videos, even though I don't watch them too often. But all these just random people and all these online videos on the internet, I really want to know, the ones that don't necessarily become famous for anything, but more like the, kind of like one-off people, or like just the people that are just for filler. I really want to know what happened to those guys. I wonder if they ever went on to do anything. See, even back then, though, I did still have a little bit of editing in my videos. This was because I used the YouTube video editor, which doesn't exist anymore. But it was really, really cool how that I could use it back in the day. Basically, back from, I think, the launch of YouTube? No, not the launch of YouTube. That's being a little bit too far back. But I think, like, early 2000s, like 2010, all the way up to, like, I think I want to say 2015, YouTube had their own editing software, and you could make some simple edits. And I did take advantage of a lot of it at the time. Oh my god, this is also a video that had Joey in it. My one friend, Joey, my oldest Xbox friend, actually, I still hang out with this day. Either it was his brother Taylor, because I used to be also good friends with his brother back in the day. We played Search. What was his gamer tag? I think it was, oh, what the hell was it? Was it Ite Mike? I think it was Ite Mike. And then there's Justin. Or my old friend Justino Totino. He still actually talks to me occasionally in my YouTube comments, which is really, really cool. And then if you guys are ever curious where the my outro comes from, it's actually, funnily enough, from this video. Watch. Even back then, that was my outro. Just really, really cool. And then here's a couple of other videos. Like, this one's really funny. This was random Xbox messages. But it's what the guy said in it. Like, I know that a lot of people send really weird Xbox messages nowadays, but back in the day, I was still foreign to the idea of it. I only had a whole bunch of Nintendo stuff back in the day. The Xbox 360 was my first online source of play ever, and it was only in 2012 for our birthday, so I only had this for a year. And then like a year later, I'm getting messages about this guy talking about being in bushes and then being outside bushes outside my job and then being at bushes in the frickin' McDonald's.
I might be hiding in the bushes at a fucking McDonald's. I'll be hiding in the bushes somewhere. And I'm gonna get you by yourself. And I'm gonna be butt-ass naked with a chicken mask on. I'm gonna jump on your ass and I guarantee I'll get a little bit of it.
Xbox Live, how you've never changed. Alright, and then we'll watch one more video. Let's watch the Where Have I Been, because this is the only video on the channel that shows my face. December 4th, 2014.
Hey guys, Festive Ash here, and you guys are probably thinking either two things. One, you're thinking, oh my god, he's back! Ah!
Trust me, John. No, they were not. No, they were not.
Or two, you guys are probably like, what? He's back? I thought he was dead. Well, well, first of all, I just want to say, no, I'm not dead. And second of all,
I really want to know who has only subscribed to this channel and never knew about my Black Ninja one. I mean, I mentioned it in this video, I think. Yeah, subscribe to my main channel, and then I even promoted my Instagram and Twitter back in the day. That was back when my Instagram and my Twitter were both Festive Ash. In fact, Festive Ash for my Instagram was only just changed like a year ago. I still kept that for the longest time as to pay homage to my old gamer tag. But anyways, let's let myself speak.
The reason that I haven't been active on this channel for such a long time is because I've been working on my other main YouTube channel, and that's Black Ninja 797. That's my main YouTube channel. And for the past year, I've been just grinding out videos on that YouTube channel. So basically, I've not been dead or anything. I've just been on that YouTube channel. So if you guys have been missing me or anything, you still guys want to like see like what I've been doing and stuff, you guys can subscribe to my current channel, Black Ninja 797. I'll leave an annotation on the screen so you guys can go subscribe to that channel. And I will also post a link in the description for my YouTube channel too. So that way, if you guys want to like still see what's been going on stuff, you guys can check out that, so that way you guys can see what's been going on. And also, for when I'm not on that YouTube channel, I will also link my Instagram and my Twitter in the description also. So if you guys want to see what I'm up on that, you can also click on those.
It's really funny how things could have been so different if I never decided to do this. If I didn't decide to give up on this channel and like move on to my main one full time, I really want to know what would have happened. It's just really crazy how that like little decisions like this could have really been crazy. Festive Ash might have been the channel that could have blown up and Black Ninja could have died, if you really think about it. Which is just really weird to think. You know, and it's kind of funny. I never will, like, ever delete this channel just because of the fact that it's got so many memories. And plus, also, if I really think about it, it could just also be a backup channel. I don't know if I would ever make a new YouTube channel. I think it would be kind of fun if I just moved over to this one again and, like, brought it back to life. And then for the 9 people that are still subscribed here, I could be like, hey, guys, I'm alive! It'd be kind of funny. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. I mean, I never would want to go back to, like, this type of situation again. I feel like the past is left in the past, but, it's really cool to see how far we've come. I mean, now in my room, it's still funny, it's the same room, and the same me, but, like, God, things have changed. I mean, I got a beard now, my balls have dropped. I mean, I got glasses, even though they're not prescriptions, so I look pretty different, I'd say, compared to this. Hell, I even look a little bit more different than I did like a year ago. I mean, my setup has changed drastically. I mean, I got all these posters and everything hanging on my room now. I've got a different setup with my desks and stuff like that. I've got a whole bunch of personal items just kind of like lying around in here right about now. I've also just got a better gaming setup now. I got a Blue Yeti now. I have several capture cards now. I have just a whole bunch of free software now, like Streamlabs and Photoshop I paid for, Sony Vegas. And all this stuff, I had to really work my ass off to get. And I'm very glad that I have this now. Because back in the day, I would have killed for the things I have now. In fact, I feel like there's a lot of people right now that would kill for the things I have now. Because, I mean, like, I didn't even pirate Sony Vegas or Photoshop. I paid for these things legit. So I really did want to earn these. And I'm just so thankful that this happened. Like, guys, I want to show you something here with today's video. Not only do I want to show you just how my channel has changed, but I also just want to show you that as a premise or as an idea that literally anyone's channel can blow up at any time. It's one thing to like make like a reaction video and then just like kind of just be all matter of fact about it, but I really want you guys to like sense the gravity of the idea here that my YouTube channel back then, the Festive Ash channel, it really wasn't anything crazy. I mean, sure, I had a couple hundreds of views on some videos, but in comparison to the way that my YouTube channel is going now, not even close. And it took a long time. If you would have told me back then that in like 6 years my channel would finally start to gain some traction, that would be like mind-boggling to me. It's still mind-boggling to me, but like it's just cool to see how that like things have changed. I'm glad that I made this younger version of myself proud that I didn't quit, because I'll tell you this, is that there's been times even as early as right before my channel blew up that I thought about quitting YouTube. You know, I've had multiple times where I'm like, oh hey, you know, my channel's not doing so hot. There were some dark times on my YouTube channel, man. Like there would be times where like I would say probably the biggest thing was when my channel was stuck right before the initial last year. Right before this last year, my channel was dead for the longest period of time. I was stuck on 300 subscribers for like 3 years. And even then for me, that was a lot. I think before that, the longest was before I had 100. Because before I had 100, that was also a really big slug. Because there was like just so much grinding that I had to be able to put in to finally get to show off. Because you don't earn this for free. You never get anything in life for free. I had to bust my ass to get it where it is. And I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time to give the kid that you see now becoming the adult that he is now the ability to live out his dreams of making people happy and playing games and just being himself on the internet. It's just a privilege. Thank you. I do want to stress that. That's why I always make a thank you video every milestone. That's why I always want to make the best possible videos I can, because you guys deserve it. Because if I wasn't, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have been where I am now. I would have maybe potentially been just a older version of this. Just a very casual, under the radar YouTuber. Because many YouTubers are under the radar, yes, but a lot of YouTubers have these just dead accounts where they just tried once and then they never got anywhere. So it's just crazy to see how this channel could have been my main channel just dead. Like, a couple of videos, maybe 2 decent ones here or there, and then it just never gets anywhere. Because it's one thing to end up having a fluke video, but it's one other thing to have consistent, decent videos. I would say that consistent, decent videos is much better. Because, I mean, if you take a look at my current channel, if we go to Black Ninja, I mean, dude, the difference is astronomical. I mean, even the page of it is different. I mean, look at the thumbnails, look at the artwork, look at the view count. I mean, oh my god, dude, my channel has just changed so much between these two. It's just nuts. But I mean, like, yeah, man, like, the difference in these channels is just absurd. But yeah, man, that's what happens when you decide to just never give up. It's really, really crazy how the things have changed over the years. So yeah, guys, I mean, this has been a very nostalgic video, mostly for me. I don't necessarily know how this might relate to you, but I thought that this would be allowing you guys to end up getting a, not only a message, but a good positive message that can give back to the world saying, hey, never give up because you never know what could happen. I really, really do hope that every one of you guys one day will end up having your lucky break, even if it's not necessarily in YouTube, because everyone always deserves to end up having their moment to shine. But keep in mind, though, that it's yours to keep it. You have to be able to keep what is given to you. Anything in life can be given, and anything in life can be earned, but it's 100% on you to keep it. And I've seen a lot of people, even some successful-ass YouTubers in the 100K range, quit or fail. And it shocks me that that happens, because in my head, I think, like, dude, if you've gotten a certain amount of subscribers, you should be fine, or a certain amount of views, it should be fine. And now I'm starting to realize, more than ever, even to this day, I mean, it's a little bit of a bias, but it does exist. I just think that usually once you get to a certain momentum, you just kind of are good, and you can kind of, like, I guess, coast off of your brand. But it will catch up with you eventually, and you just can't do that. You have to bust your ass every single day to make custom content, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting your due one day. I make these videos with the intent so that way I can inspire, make you guys laugh, and just give you guys a good time. So when you guys are down in the dumps, you can end up brightening up your day, and hopefully that brightening up of your day will fuel your other projects in your life. So if anything, it allows me to feel like I'm making a little bit of a contribution to everyone else's happiness. In fact, actually, one thing I wanted to show you guys, because I don't know how many of you guys may necessarily read this, but all the way over here to my About, I mean, it's a little bit altered over the years, but the general premise is still the same. This is my channel description. I post a variety of games like Fortnite, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and more. I also post gameplays, funny moments, vlogs, commentaries, and tons of other videos. I'm here on YouTube to make people happy, so if you're happy, I'm happy. That last part is the one that I've kept all these years, because that is my goal at the end of the day, is to make you guys happy, and it looks like I've done that for a long, long time. I joined October 9, 2010, and I've accumulated over almost 500,000 views across all my videos, which is just nuts. So I just want to say once again, thank you guys so much for those that have helped me be able to achieve my dream over the last several months and just like the last year. I can't wait until we end up having more milestones, and I can't wait to end up hitting that milestone marker, you know, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, and eventually just keep going up. It's going to be amazing, guys. I know that eventually we're going to hit all those milestones, but now the funny thing is that how soon are we going to hit the milestones is the question we want to ask. But I guess that'll be a thing to find out. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys end up enjoying today's video. Let me know if you guys want me to be able to do more videos like this in the future. And if any of you guys want to see any types of videos, such as like maybe like advice, I can definitely do that as well, because I want your guys' channels to not be like my second one, be more like my current one. So if you guys want to see maybe like a video that's like describing what changed for my YouTube channel to start becoming successful, I can definitely make a how to grow your YouTube channel video. I mean, I've never done that before. I mean, you know, if you guys want me to do it, I can. If you want me to, make sure you drop a like. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you comment so that way I can tell the difference between what type of video you want me to make. But yeah, guys, this is going to be it. I hope you end up enjoying today's video. If you enjoyed, once again, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed another YouTube video from the most unique YouTuber you guys are ever going to see. Thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.